Hey y'all, welcome back to Mama Loves Manga. Today I am looking every bit like your mama on Sunday, cause it is Sunday and I am somebody's mama. And this is just what I'm giving you today. I'm giving you Sunday cleaning mama realness, and that's fine. I'm fine with it. As y'all know, my birthday was last Monday and I did a pretty decent haul. I shared that on here. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll make it pop up here with the eye. So since then I've been reading and I'm going to share with y'all. One I wasn't sure I wanted to talk about publicly, and that is Jackass by Scarlet Beriko. The main reason I wasn't sure I wanted to talk about this publicly is because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it and I don't know how to feel. I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, let me back up and say I am no stranger to boys love or girls love series. I am not against them at all. In fact, I do enjoy them. But I've mentioned before that especially as I've gotten older, I've become very conscious of the ages that the characters in series like these are supposed to be. Unfortunately, the main characters in this series are in high school. I believe they're in their final year of high school, so that puts them at maybe 17, 18, and that's still, it's still young, you know. And I know that I know it's a manga, I know it's not real, but I'm just not a fan of reading series with young characters who are doing mature things. And let me say that I am not naive. I was 16, 17, 18 once, and I know that teenagers are also sexual beings, but I'm not into it, okay? I'm not into the age. The thing is about series like this is more often than not, they draw the characters in a way that makes them very age ambiguous. You can't look at them and say, oh, this is what age they are. They could easily be adults. They could easily be at least in college, but the author chose for whatever reason to put them in high school. And I'm not judging the author, but the rating says M for mature, which I tend to assume means for people who are like 17 and up. So going with that way of thinking, it's completely not weird that the characters are set in high school, because this is probably meant for older teens. So like 17, maybe even 16, 17, 18, 19. I would say, like, if you're in the age range of like 16 to about 20, but for me as a 32-year-old, it's just weird. It's just a little weird, but I will say that I did enjoy the story. In this story, you meet Keisuke, who I'm going to call K because I do not like trying to pronounce his name. It's hard. He goes to an all-boys school and he has a group of friends that he hangs out with a lot. One of them being Masayuki. Kei and Masayuki have this interesting love-hate relationship where they get along, but Kei is maybe a little bit jealous of the fact that Masayuki is rich and also is like a ladies' man and is very carefree and just runs around and does whatever he wants, while Kei is very responsible and doesn't have a lot of money. He lives with his older sister. One day she borrowed his sweatpants, and as he was leaving for school, he just grabbed them, didn't really think to check them. So later on at school, when he goes to gym class and he puts on his gym sweats, he notices something a little strange. He looks down and he sees that his legs have gone into a pair of pantyhose, which, don't ask me how that works out. I don't, to this day, I still don't understand how that happened. But it is what it is, you know, it's for the sake of the story. Anyway, he accidentally puts on his sister's pantyhose and he gets embarrassed and tries to be nonchalant about it and hide it so his friends don't see and make fun of him. And that's when Masayuki swoops in and sort of saves the day. He grabs Kei and helps him pretend that he's sick, and they go to the nurse's office. But then Masayuki sees Kei with the pantyhose on, and that's where things get a little bit kinky. Over the course of this volume, they have this sort of interesting relationship where Masayuki basically asks Kei to wear pantyhose for him, and Kei agrees. And then Kei catches feelings. I'm not the best at giving synopses, whatever, but you know, as outlandish as this is, as ridiculous as it is, it's actually really good. One of the things I really like about this series is the types of themes they talk about. Consent, and there's a secondary character who has a relationship that is very what we would see as kind of, it's inappropriate. I would see it as inappropriate, but he's navigating through that. And then that same character is also dealing with a bully who is clearly homophobic because he's also gay and doesn't know how to deal with that. So he's a bully to this other character. It's just, there's a lot of things going on. It's more than just the two main characters and the fetish thing. It's good. But I personally don't think I'm going to continue on with this series. But I would highly recommend this to anyone who is around the ages of 16 to like maybe 25. Maybe, that's pushing it. I'd say 16 to like 20. Y'all have at this because it's great. Okay. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna go. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.